Okay guys, I've been crashing this drone about 10 times now, and you'll see it throughout this whole review. If I had to pick one thing to highlight from this drone, it would be, of course, the durability. Honestly, after 10 crashes, some of them really ugly, not only here on the grass, but also concrete and all that, the drone is fully working the perfect way. It is flying, it is resistant, it has maybe a few scratches, but it's more than perfect, man. It's super fun to fly.
The amazing indoor shots that you just saw, they weren't performed by me, of course. They were made by my buddy Christian. He's a pro FPV pilot. We made a video together, which is coming tomorrow. If you want to really see some pro skills with the Avata, some really nice insights by a professional FPV pilot, an actual person that works as a professional FPV pilot every single day, and of course his opinions, make sure to check out the video tomorrow in this channel. So set a reminder, like, sub and all that. The thing is, guys, that I know that by now you know all the specs and everything, all the features about this drone, so it doesn't make any sense that I start talking about all those things. I leave that to the official website and all that. I've been flying this drone for 2 to 3 weeks. I'd say I've done like 40-50 flights. So my experience is what this video is going to be about. And I'm going to help you choose whether this drone is for you or not. I mean, I've been crashing this drone, I've been making mistakes, I've been doing stupid stuff, and here I am. Let's go inside. Let me start by saying that I do believe that the Avata solves every single and all the problems that the first DJI FPV had. The old DJI FPV was expensive, it was too heavy, it was too big, it was for some people too fragile. Well, Avata is here, it's less expensive, it's as hard as a rock, it is really light, it is smaller, and yes, it does solve one big problem. This one is easy for beginners. I had the feeling that the DJI FPV drone wasn't. Second, I want you to understand that this drone has limitations. They're not necessarily bad, but you gotta know them. I don't think that this drone is made for chasing cars, going at higher speeds and all that. This drone is more made for having fun, for beginners, and you know, to explore tiny spaces, go through small gaps and all that. This is very important because this is gonna be a key factor if you're thinking about purchasing this drone. Third, guys, this drone is really made for beginners. It's super easy to fly. I mean, I have zero experience with FPV. I'm really terrible at flying, but this thing, I've had fun, and I do really believe that it is much easier than the bigger DJI FPV drone. I'll be making a comparison in a few days that hopefully you'll be able to see on this channel. So like and sub. But of course DJI has the normal and the sport mode included in this drone, which means that a 3-year-old kid can fly this thing. But apart from that, even in manual mode, I feel confident. You know, being in a open area, grass and all that, it's easy to fly, it's safe, you can crash it, it doesn't break. I mean, 10 crashes, guys, 10 crashes. Okay, let's talk crashes. Yeah, I made a few of them and I got them recorded. We had 2 or 3 with Christian, my friend, and here's a sneak peek of tomorrow's video.
Wow. Lo que va a tener esta mierda.
Isn't that beautiful? And out here in the wild I had a couple more. Here are some inspiring images. Not much to talk about. I mean, either you risk too much like my friend or you are just terrible at flying like myself. The important thing is that the drone resists.
I put that beeping somewhere. I'm hearing it here. There you go. Is it okay? Beeping is pretty loud. Beeping is super loud. Drone seems to be okay. Let me see in the sun.
Even though I think that the Avata is a super robust drone, I have to tell you about the Care Refresh, just in case you are interested. You know by now that DJI's Care Refresh is there as a protection plan for your accidents with your drones. I mean, you may not need it for a Mavic 3 perhaps, but for an FPV drone, even if it's a super solid and hard drone, it can be a safe option for you. DJI's Care Refresh covers pretty much all incidents such as crashes, water damage, flyaways, and natural wear. The price depends on where you live, so check out their prices at their website, and just know that DJI covers shipping both ways, and just in case you purchase the plan and you don't use it because you're the best pilot in the world, well, you'll get a 1-year extension for free. Oh, and by the way, same as I did on the Mini 3, yes, if you comment this emoji in the comments, you can win a Care Refresh, as I just got 2 Care Refreshes for you guys. Yeah, I know, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, and please don't fall into the traps of those spam accounts telling you you won with some strange Telegram groups and all that. I will contact you personally with this official account from WeTalkUAV, okay? One of the questions that I know that people will be making is, hey, if I'm already a pro FPV pilot, is there any sense in purchasing, you know, the Avata? And honestly, I do believe that there can be. I mean, with this thing, I risk. I go full. I mean, I've been flying this through tiny gaps. I've been flying this like crazy around, and the confidence that you can crash it and it just doesn't break in any single way. I mean, it has a few scratches, I'll show you. But if you're that pilot that just wants to go that extra step and go through those tiny gaps and really risk it, and you want to be confident that it doesn't break, this may be your thing. What's actually the best out of this combo? The goggles. You'll hear in the next days FPV pros talking good stuff about this. The first DJI FPV goggles had a major issue, and it was size and weight. This is now solved. I mean, these are like Fat Sharks but with the latest tech. Foldable antennas, slim, comfortable, HD 03 Plus transmission. It's as good as it can get. My buddy fell in love right away, and he works daily as an FPV pilot. So this will fastly become standard for FPV. Mark my words. Okay, I wanted to highlight a few things about the goggles. First of all, the nice touchpad right here. The touchpad, as any other touchpad, by swiping, pressing or double clicking you can do and navigate through the menu, which is really nice because the buttons are completely gone. And you can also, by double pressing the touchpad and holding it, lock the screen, which means that you won't be able, for example, if you're touching the antennas or so, you won't be able to mess around with the menus just in case you're already flying. Then, of course, the USB Type-C, which will connect to your phone, which is really nice. The usual knobs for the size of your head and depending on how separated your eyes are, and you can of course adjust also depending how blind you are, which is really nice as well. And the micro SD port and audio output, which is really nice because DJI says that now you'll be able to watch Netflix and other media content from your phone with this goggles. I wanted to highlight one last thing. First of all, the cable of the battery is different, which is nice because you can now, you know, do like this. And there's a last detail here. Look at this. You see this little thing that now connects and clicks right here. Well, you won't be losing this as easily as you did on the DJI FPV. About the controller has not changed in any way. I mean, it's the same as we had on the DJI FPV. It's solid, it's nice, it fits right in the hand. You can remove the back part of the controller to adjust the sensitivity of the stick, which is also nice. And let me quickly talk about the apps, because the DJI Avata, of course, works with the DJI Fly app. Usual thing, nothing new. But the flight simulator has been renewed a little bit, which is nice, some new tracks and all that. And the good thing is that Flight Sim is now also available for Android. Before jumping into the conclusions, there's one thing that I want to highlight that I don't really like, and it's the position of the micro SD card and the USB-C port on the Avata. And I know that there's no way to make this different, but because I know all the Cinewhoops and all those kind of drones have those ports right there. But it really gives me some headaches because you either remove the whole prop or you just are having a hard time when trying to connect the cable or trying to put out the micro SD card. And talking about the conclusions, guys, I do think that I'll be using the Avata way more than the DJI FPV drone, because in my opinion this is much easier to use. It's much more solid, which allows me to crash it over and over without any bigger damage on the drone. And also there's an important part, which is the fear of flying, because when I was flying the DJI FPV drone, I had constantly the feeling that I was doing something super dangerous and you know, losing a lot of money if I crashed the drone and all that. And this just disappeared completely when flying the Avata. I was driving out, I was looking for an open space, open area with grass and all that, and I was just flying because I knew if I crashed, no problem. And then again, remember that this drone, I don't really see it for chasing cars and higher speed recordings. The camera is pretty decent. I do think that it can be really interesting for real estate or for any other indoor shooting type of video. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumb up if you thought so. Remember, tomorrow I'll be uploading my video with Christian, my pro FPV friend, and this is really a valuable video, so make sure to check that out. Nothing really else to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Always remember to keep calm and talk UAV.